Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Rashmi and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful alpine stitch. For this tutorial I will be using double knit yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. So to start off we're going to make a slip knot. Wrap the yarn around your two fingers like this and make an X at the base. Put your thumb inside this loop and grab the yarn from the right. Let's pull the two bits of yarn down which will create your loop. I'm going to put my crochet inside and tighten this loop by pulling on the end of the yarn. From here we're going to chain according to the project that you're making. Alpine stitch does not run with any particular number of stitches, so you can certainly make this stitch with any number of chains. As I'm making a sample piece, I'm going to chain 20. If you wish to make a baby blanket, I would suggest for you to chain anything between 120 and 146, as that makes your standard baby blanket size. And obviously if your project is any bigger or smaller, you chain according to that. So to do this, you're going to yarn over your crochet and pull through the loop like this. That's 1, yarn over, pull through the loop, 2, 3, 18, 19, 20. I now have my 20 chains, and once you have your desired number of chains, you're going to start working on top of these stitches over here. First row is done in double crochet in US terminology and treble crochet in UK terminology. So I'm going to miss the first 3 chains and work a double crochet in the 4th. So yarn over your crochet, miss the first stitch, second and 3rd. So these are the 3 chains I'm going to miss, and I'm going to work a double crochet in this one here. So stick your crochet in only in the top part of this chain like this, yarn over, pull up a loop, now yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops like this and yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. That creates your double crochet. Yarn over and work a double crochet in every single one of these stitches that we have at the moment. I'll see you at the end. At the end of my first row of double crochets, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work around. Now the next row we are going to be working in single crochet, which is a US terminology and a double crochet in UK terminology. So you're going to start off by putting your crochet in the same stitch as your chain 1 and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through both loops in one go. Just like this. Let's go ahead in every single one of these stitches and work a single crochet. At the end of second row of single crochets, we are going to start off with chain 3 and turn our work around. Now this chain 3 is considered as a double crochet, which is on top of our first stitch. So the chain 3 from the very beginning, it's only a turning chain and it's not a stitch. So this one is considered as a double crochet on top of my first double crochet. From here, we're going to start working in front post double crochets. So yarn over your crochet like this, and we're going to locate the very next double crochet. So isolate it by pulling the 2 stitches away. And from here, I'm going to stick my crochet from the right, go behind this stitch and come out from the left like this. From here, you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Stretch this loop out so it's the same size as our chain 3. And from here, you're going to yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, and we're going to go on to the next stitch here. If you pull this stitch forward, you will see that we have missed 1 stitch out at the back, okay? So we're going to leave that as it is, and we're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch here. So yarn over, go into this space, and work a double crochet like this. The very next one is going to be another one of these front post double crochets. So we're going to miss this one and we're going to isolate the next double crochet by pulling the stitches apart. So you're going to stick your crochet from the right, go behind the stitch, come out from the left, yarn over and pull up a loop. Make this loop stretch so it's the same size as the other stitches. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, in the very next one is going to be a standard double crochet or a treble in UK terminology. Yarn over, isolate the stitch, go from the right, come out from the left, yarn over, pull up a loop, stretch it, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. So following this same method, you are going to alternate one standard double crochet and then one front post double crochet for this whole row. We're going to work our last double crochet. Now at the end of this row, we are going to chain one and turn our work around. In this row, we are going to be working in single crochets, or double in UK terminology. So we're going to start off with the very first stitch here where we had our chain one. Stick your crochet inside, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. Just like this, go ahead and have whole row of single crochets. At the end of my row of single crochets, I want to pull your attention to this. So we've come across our chain 3 from the very beginning of our previous round. This is considered as a stitch because this was a double crochet on top of our previous double crochet. So we do need to make sure that we are making a single crochet in the third chain here as well, okay, to complete this row. Now from here we're going to chain 3 and turn our work around. From here you're going to go ahead and work another double crochet in this one. So this double crochet is going to go on top of our front post double crochet from our previous round. Now next one is going to be alternating front post double crochet and a normal double crochet throughout this round. So here, as we can see, there is a double crochet in between these two front post double crochets. So yarn over, isolate the stitch, go from the right, come out from the left, yarn over and pull up a loop. Stretch this loop out so it's the same size as your other stitches. Yarn over, pull through the first two, yarn over, pull through the next two. Yarn over, go above this front post double crochet from our previous round and make a standard double crochet on top like this. Next one is going to be front post double crochet. So I'm going to isolate the stitch so I know where I'm sticking my crochet in. Go from the right, come up from the left, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first two loops and yarn over, pull through the next two loops. Just like this, we're going to carry on and alternate a standard double crochet and a front post double crochet for the whole row. Now I have my last stitch left here and I've just worked a double crochet on top of my previous front post double crochet. Now if we were following the alternating double crochet and front post double crochet, we would have to make a front post double crochet on this one. However, as this is our end or the side of this work, we are not going to do that. We are instead going to work another double crochet on top, as we did at the very beginning, like this one. So we started this round with 2 double crochets. We're going to end this round with 2 double crochets. This gives you a really nice straight edge on the side. Otherwise, if you do your front post double crochet there, the side's not going to be very neat. From here, we're going to chain 1, turn our work around, have another round of single crochets or double crochets in the UK. At the end of this row of single crochets, we're going to chain 3, turn our work around, and we're going to start with a front post double crochet. Now this chain 3 is already a stitch on top of this chain 3 from previous round. So next one is going to be a front post double crochet around the second double crochet from our previous round. So stick your crochet behind this stitch and pull up a loop. Stretch this loop so it's the same size as the other stitches. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, go in the next stitch, work a double crochet. Next one is going to be front post double crochet. Again, in this row, we are going to alternate and have 1 standard double crochet and a front post double crochet after that. I'm now at the end of this row and I'm going to work a standard double crochet in my last stitch, just like this. Here we go. Now in this piece of work, I am going to just pull your attention to this. So each round is going to be worked in exactly the same way now. One row of single crochets, and then the next row is going to have alternating double crochet or front post double crochet like this, okay? Now, first row, we started with one double crochet and we went straight into our front post double crochet. The next row, we started with 2 double crochets. And the final row here, we started with 1 double crochet and then went into our front post. So this time around, we are again going to have 2 double crochets and then we are going to basically repeat this row again, okay? So from here, each of the rows, one's going to start with 1 double crochet, next one's going to start with 2, then 1 and then 2. This way your work will look very nice and neat, and then you will have a straight edge on this side. So chain 1, and you can go ahead and do a row of single crochets and then carry on with this stitch and make it as large as you wish to. I've just worked another row and I'm going to close my work off by chaining 1, and I'm going to go ahead and snip the yarn off and pull it through this stitch. Pull this stitch down to secure it in place, and that completes my sample piece. If you enjoyed learning this stitch with me, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.